Hi, Dr. Jacobs. I'm so glad I ran into you here. I'm an emergency department nurse, and I have an idea for a pilot program to save OHSU money, address staff burnout and low morale in the ED, and help our patients become their own best advocates. In the ED, we see so many repeat visitors that cost the hospital a lot of resources. Each year, approximately 150 million ED visits have an aggregate cost of $76.3 billion. By some estimates, super utilizers are 1/3 of total ED visits worldwide, so you can see how they account for a large percentage of aggregate costs. Joint Medicare and Medicaid patients account for a large percentage of these super utilizers, and the Medicaid policies that don't cover preventable readmissions is a huge financial issue for the hospital, as I'm sure you know. My pilot program will address these financial issues as well as staff morale and burnout that comes from the frustration of not being able to affect trajectory of super utilizers' patient outcomes. I'd like to suggest a partnership between Portland Fire and the ambulance companies AMR and Metro West, and a multidisciplinary ED team consisting of a nurse, a physician, a pharmacist, and a social worker. Representatives from Portland Fire, AMR, and Metro West would meet with our team on a monthly basis to troubleshoot known repeat ED patients. This would be shared budgetary programming where each would share both resources and savings. This team would develop an ED revisit action plan for each patient, modeled on other patient-centered action plans for asthma and chronic heart failure, for example, with concrete steps for each representative organization and the patient to either avoid an ER trip in the first place or to avoid a readmission. Team members and patients would take a lot of predetermined steps in the plan. This relieves duplicate work, gives staff concrete steps to take in specific situations, and gives a sense of agency and positive trajectory. I know you're busy, so I'll stop there. Thanks for taking the unscheduled time with me. Would it be okay if I called your assistant to set up a meeting to talk about more details?